Alright, I'm going to show you how to find the orthogonals here on a printed out image, because I realize that some people may not have the ability to do it on the computer. So I printed out my picture of the boxes, which you can do. I have two rulers, which is the easiest way to do this, because you can line them up to find your orthogonals. So I'm going to tape my picture down to my page. You can see that, or maybe I can't see, but I have two pieces of paper actually attached to each other, so I can make my paper bigger, because I can guarantee you that my lines are going to go off here. And actually, maybe I'll tape this down just a little bit further, just so I have space here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the side of this box, and I can just put my rulers up to the side of the box, and I can see where they line up. And I'm going to use this pen here to trace one of those lines, and another pen lined up to trace the side of that box. Then I can do this other side. Now the other side, I can already tell is going to be really far off my page. I can move my page over a little bit to show you, but you might want to tape down the bottom of your picture too if you find that it's moving around. It's moving a little bit. So I'm going to draw here, across, and this is going like way off my page here. And then I can take another one up here. Might use my longer ruler actually. And oops, my lines kind of disappeared there. And I'm doing this in pen so you can see it, but you might want to do this in pencil because you're probably gonna have to erase. Because if you watch the video on how I did this on the computer, you usually have to like do some adaptations to figure out where your horizon line is and stuff. So the next box is actually in 1-point perspective. And I know that because I can see the lines here and they just go, I only see one face of this box. I don't see any sides. You know you're in 2-point because you're looking at a corner. I'm not looking at a corner, I'm looking at a face. So a face of a box. All right, so I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna try to trace the side of this one, see where they cross. Okay, so they cross about there. So I know that something is probably a little off because this, if I drew a horizon line, where would it be? So you got to figure out where your horizon line is and what seems the most accurate. And I can see here actually that I messed up a little bit on this line and that I brought it out a little bit. This is why you should really be doing this in pencil. And if I brought it back in, it would be more like here. So I'm guessing that my horizon line is probably more accurate with my 1-point perspective because it's a little bit easier. So it's probably right there. So probably somewhere, the truth is probably somewhere between these guys. Like the truth is probably somewhere like here, like is where these things meet. So this line is not correct. So try to find your lines and find your horizon. And you, like I said, you're gonna have to move some things around to do it. But then once you find it, and hopefully you can erase some of your lines if you get confused, the next box will be easier in the next box. If you have a box in 1-point perspective, I recommend maybe doing that one first because it's probably easiest to find the 1-point perspective. So now you can see if I trace to draw this guy, and this guy looks a little bit off. I think I actually have my horizon a little wrong. It's probably more like here. And I know that because this guy's not lining up. See how I had to move that to get it to line up? So he's probably more like here. So that means that I probably drew these a little off. So I gotta bring them into that line. Like I said, do this in pencil because as you can see, I'm making many corrections, which I can't fix because I'm in pen. So these are not right, and neither is this. So this would be my true horizon line. And then these would be the lines here that I would need for figuring out my 1-point and my 2-point here. And then this box, you can see I would go all the way to the side. And the lines would go off all the way to the side. So, and those are going to be way off page. But they would meet somewhere on the horizon line, somewhere on this horizon line. So this guy right here. Okay, so what I would do is do this in pencil so that you can fix it, and you can find the correct lines, which your correct lines are going to be, or you can just darken them if you want. I have a thicker pen, luckily, that's going to show me. So I can do my correct lines darker here. Whoops, I moved that accidentally. Try to keep your ruler from moving, because that can be bad. And then you can see that this line was here. This line was here. And then these are confusing right here, so I know that they have to meet like right here. So I need to figure out how that works. Draw back over. And back over here. So that should clarify a little bit where those lines are for you. And these lines are probably correct. So once you get these lines right, you would have to translate them then to your drawing. So what we're going to do is do that next. All right, thank you.